Hi, English 111. Welcome to the portfolio. This counts as your final exam in this class. This isn't the kind of class that you sit down and take an exam. So instead, you're going to be putting together a portfolio. Now, the portfolio does have several elements to it. So that's why this particular module opens really early. So you have access to it and you can start working on your portfolio early. So what's a portfolio? A portfolio is a place where you can bring together all of the work you've done, look at it one more time and revise it to make it better, and then think about it. What have I learned? What did I think about while I was writing this essay? Why is this kind of writing important? So that kind of revision, so seeing your essays again, and reflection, thinking about them and thinking back on why we've done this and what you've learned, that's the key to a good portfolio. So your portfolio will ask for several different things. First of all, reflection. You'll be doing this in a discussion board and in a journal for the portfolio module. Reflection is just thinking back, and it's a really important part of learning. In fact, we don't really learn from events in our lives. We learn from the way we think about those events. So if I, for example, have a car crash, I don't learn from the crash itself, but I will learn if I think back and reflect on what caused the car crash. Was it me? Did I do something wrong? Should I never do that again? So it's the reflection, it's the thinking about. That's where I learn. So in the reflection for this particular module, I'm asking you in all several different ways to, number one, think about the importance of reflection, but then number two, to think about how this entire semester has worked to help you with your writing. What have you learned? What do you think about now for your writing? What kind of tools might you take from this class as you move on to other classes? So there's a chance for you there to really step back for a second and put together kind of the elements of the class that you want to take forward so you can be successful in your other classes or in your career. The other part of the portfolio is taking the 4 essays that we have written this semester, looking at them, revising them again. Now, based on what you know here at the end of the class, all the things you've learned, go back and revise them. Every single essay, even if you scored a 100 on an essay, can still be made stronger. So you might look at things like word choice. You might look at things like detail and powerful verbs and all the things that we've talked about in our writing. So you'll revisit all 4 essays to make them perfect. And then at the end of the essay, you'll answer a few questions about that essay. Things like, what type of writing is this? Where else might you use this type of writing in other classes or this type of thinking? So even if you don't use a cause and effect essay, you might use cause and effect thinking in your job or in other classes. So I want you to really think about how these are tools that you can take forward with you. So that's really the end module: reflection, thinking back, looking at your essays again, making them stronger and turning them in, and then thinking about those essays, reflecting on them. What is this? How can I use this? How can I take it forward? So that's the purpose of the portfolio. It opens early, as I mentioned, so that you can get going on some of these pieces, and then you will be able to get the portfolio submitted on time before the end of classes. I look forward to reading your essays again and seeing how they've strengthened and improved. And I really look forward to reading your reflections and what you think that you can take forward from this class to help you be successful at the other kinds of writing that you'll be doing. All right, I look forward to reading your materials.